Hello folks, Redneck Reloader here. Thanks for joining me on this frosty morning. You can see my breath. I've got my kerosene heater going, so hopefully it'll start taking the chill off here in a few minutes. I'm going to do another bullet review video today. This time we're looking at Everglades bullets, and this is a biggie. When I first started reloading, Everglades was the very first bullets I bought, and they've been a favorite of mine for a long time. They have more variety than I think anybody else that I've dealt with. They've got various versions of the same bullet weights, and they don't really go into detail what the difference is on them. I'm assuming maybe the shape of the ogive, but you know, they'll have for example, today I'm looking at 230 grain round ball, but they've got, you know, version 1 and version 2. These are plated bullets that I'm looking at, which I'll go more into detail when we look closer at them. They also have jacketed bullets. They have just plain, you know, lubed lead bullets. They offer a wide variety of hollow points. And their pricing is pretty good. It's not the cheapest, but it's not expensive. It's mid-range, but excellent quality. The reason, honestly, they probably would have been my very, very first bullet review video because I'm aiming these at the newer or novice reloader. And if you're like me, when I first started reloading, I wanted to try a lot of samples of different types of bullets to see what worked well for me, worked well on my gun. And Everglades offers that, and they offer it in small quantities. You can buy 100 pieces, and I like that their shipping is included in the price. So when you're looking at it on their website, that's the price you're going to pay. I've been surprised doing these videos, buying some smaller quantities from companies that do the shipping separate, of how much difference there is in the shipping costs. And sometimes I've kind of been surprised when you go to check out at how much they're charging for shipping. I understand it costs, but you know, if you can buy from one company and the shipping's $8, and you buy from another one and it's $15. So there's a pretty wide variety there. They're easy bullets to reload because, well, of course, they have lead. They do not do high-tech coated bullets, but they've got, you know, lead. But they're either jacketed or plated, which for a newer novice reloader, I found they were easier to start with than just jumping right into the high-tech coated because you don't have to worry about shaving the coating off or shaving the lead when you're doing it. And while you're learning and you're trying to figure out how much to bell the case mouth and learning about crimping and whether you're going to, you know, seat and crimp in the same step or do it separate, these are pretty forgiving bullets to load. And so I would have done this probably my very first bullet review when I started these, which 6 months ago now. But because Everglades is so popular, they got hit pretty hard during 2019. And for the past 2 years, it's been very hard to get anything out of them. Different companies handled it differently. Some of them, I ordered some from a few companies that had a 6-month lead time, but I could go ahead, place the order, and they said, you know, we'll ship them to you when they come out, and it took 6 months, which I was fine with because I knew what I wanted. I ordered a kind of a larger quantity, and then I knew they were on their way. Everglades, the way they worked is kind of the other option. If they didn't have it in stock, you couldn't place the order. So going the past couple of years, going to their website, looking at stuff, everything's out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. But about a month ago, I ordered these bullets, but this was a small part of a larger order. I ordered a few different bullets, which you'll probably see a few more bullet review videos coming up. I ordered some rifle rounds and some pistol rounds, and they were pretty well stocked. Everything I wanted, they had. So they're kind of back now. They've got their backlog worked down, I guess. So I'm glad to see that because they're a really good company. So I've been excited to do this one. So enough me talking. Let me bring you in here, take a closer look at these, and you can see what we're looking at. Okay, so these are the bullets we're looking at today. These are 45 ACP, 230 grain plated bullets, 100 of them. And you can see the way they package them. Very well done. Their packaging is top notch. And they didn't do it on these, but sometimes on their bags, on the larger quantities, when they put their label on, it's actually like a double sticker. So you can peel it back off and stick it back onto a container. So let me grab one and show you. So these are some 9mm I got. So when you buy them like this, it's really easy to throw them like in an empty powder container, and you can just peel their label off and stick it right on, and that way you know what you have. And I like that. They're the only company I've seen do that. But for whatever reason, with these, they didn't. I didn't pay attention in the past. Maybe they only do it on the larger quantity. But that is just a nice little feature, I think, with them. I labeled this video Everglades 230 grain ball review. The reason I did that is because I'm going to do some more review on Everglades in the future. One of the things I really like about them is they also offer hollow points. And I don't shoot a lot of hollow points, but they do offer them. I saw a video the other day of some tests of some different hollow points and their expansion, and it got me wondering how these bullets expand, how Everglade does. So that's going to be a video I'm going to make in the future. I'm going to get some more of these and hollow points, and I'm going to go through the same kind of review video, but I'm also going to do some additional testing on their expansion and see how they do. So that's why I didn't want to just say it was an Everglades Ammo bullet review, because there will be more. But these are specifically 230 grain plated. Now they do offer a full metal jacket version of these bullets as well, but these are actually the plated. The difference being the coating. And I'll open these up and you look, but see, their quality is excellent. Their coating and stuff's great. I've shot, I don't know, thousands of these different calibers and stuff, and I've never had a problem with Everglades. They're fantastic. So I can't speak highly enough of them. And like I said, for somebody just starting out reloading, I think you cannot go wrong with trying Everglades. So, since these are a plated bullet, usually when I do these with the high-tech coated bullets, I'll smash them with the sledgehammer and kind of see how the coating adheres and make sure it doesn't flake off or anything. But obviously with these, I'm not going to do that because they're plated and the coating's not going to come off like that. But we'll get them out here. We'll take a close look at them, and I'll show you the difference if you're not familiar with plated versus jacketed, and talk a little bit about the differences and how you treat them differently. So let me just get a few out here. So this is what we're looking at, and the big difference you'll notice if you're used to jacketed bullets is this is totally encased. A jacketed bullet usually has the lead exposed at the bottom, unless it's a hollow point, and then I notice a lot of times it's copper at the bottom and the tip is exposed. But instead of taking a copper jacket and pushing the lead bullet into it, or however they do it, I don't know. But these are just plated. It starts out as a lead bullet, and then it goes through a plating process, and that's why it's even coating, and it's applied on all surfaces, including the bottom. But because of that, it's a lot thinner coating than a jacketed bullet. And as far as load data, they're recommending using lead load data for these. I load these the exact same way that I load high-tech coated bullets. So for these tests, 230 grain high-tech coated bullets, I have been using 4.2 grains of tight group, and that's what I'm going to do with these bullets as well. So what I'm going to do is load 10 of these up. I've got 10 cases over here sized and primed, ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and load these, and then we're going to take them up and test them and see how they compare accuracy-wise with factory ammunition. So I'm not going to bore you with the whole loading process. I've got so many videos out on how to reload. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. I'm going to work on these. I am going to cut back in at some point. I'm going to show you a little bit about the seating and how much, how I'm doing the belling on the case mouth and stuff, and just kind of let you know how the loading process is going. But be back. Okay, so we're back. I've got everything set up, and I've got 3 of these completed. I've got a few more to go, but I wanted to bring you in here a little closer and kind of show you. There's been no surprises with these. I didn't expect any. I've loaded a lot of Everglades and never had any issues. One thing I'm going to talk about real quick is price. I don't think, going back and remember, I don't think I actually told you what I paid for these, which I might be wrong when I do the editing, but I'm going to do it again anyways. These were $29 for 100, and that's a fair price. It's not the cheapest option. You can get high-tech coated bullets cheaper. The last Ones I bought, the last review I did, those bullets were around $20 or $21. I don't remember. So 29, they're a little bit more expensive. The jacketed version of these was the full metal jacket, I think was 31. So not super expensive, just not the cheapest option. I'm fine with their prices. And that, of course, includes shipping right to your door. Be honest, I don't buy a lot of bullets anymore. I saw what was coming when in 2020 with the election and back in 2019. I've been through this before. I knew things were going to get bad and ammo was going to get sold out and everything. So I had kind of stocked up a little bit. It hit a little sooner than I was expecting with COVID. I thought I had a couple more months there, but I placed some big orders, for me anyways, high-tech coated bullets for pistol rounds, and I got lucky and found a large lot of pulled 223 bullets that I bought, which I got a ton of those. I'm still working through those. So my wife will tell you I have a lifetime supply of bullets. I don't think it's quite that many, but I don't have to buy a lot of bullets anymore. The bullets that I've been buying have all been for these bullet review videos, so they've been smaller quantities. So I've got a pretty good feel for pricing on those. And as far as buying 100-piece quantities, Everglades is one of the more expensive ones. They're not outrageous, but they are more expensive. But they have a lot more to choose from, and the quality is excellent. So I still recommend for somebody just starting out. As I said, the difference in price is not that much. And I will say that their hollow point bullets are priced pretty close to their just ball ammo. So I do like about that. They are pretty reasonable on their hollow points. But they're a good option. But anyway, I just wanted to cover that. So I said I do things a little different with these. They are plated. So as far as load data goes, I load them exactly like I do the high-tech coated bullets. Same powder charge and everything. Same seating depth. I do all that the same with mine. The differences I'm doing with these is I don't bell the case mouth as much with these. I tend to bell them quite a bit with the high-tech coated bullets just to keep from shaving lead or anything. But now with these, I don't have to worry about that. So I just bell it just enough I can barely seat it in there, and that's it. I don't do nearly as much as I do with the high-tech coated. And the other thing I do differently is I will seat and crimp the same step with these. Normally I do those in separate steps with the high-tech coated, or if I'm coating powder coating bullets myself. Just seems to have less problem doing it that way for me. But with these, I've never had a problem seating and crimping the same step. And for loading 10 here like this, it's not a big deal. But if you're loading hundreds, and I don't load for a lot of quantities, that's why I have a single stage press. But and I am doing larger quantities. It does, saving that step makes it nice. So I've got this one here. I'm going to go ahead and run it through the press. I'm going to seat and crimp, same step, and that's what we get. Obviously, there's no shaving or anything. These are good about not really bulging the cases. I've never had a problem with that. For 45, I actually do have a factory crimp die that I could use if I wanted to. But like I said, I'm seating and crimping the same step here. And see, they plunk fine. That's just because it's cold this morning, it's sticking. But, hey, they passed the plunk test with no problem. So no surprises here. So I'm going to... I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover as far as the reloading part goes. So next thing, when you see me, I'll be up in the mountains and we'll do some shooting. We'll see how these do accuracy-wise compared with factory ammo. So
okay, I'm up here at my shooting spot. Forgive the noise. There's a log truck over there idling. I've got the Everglades Ammo 230 grain plated ball, and we're going to shoot that. What I've done is I've got 10 of them loaded up, and on top of them I've got 5 Federal aluminum case 230 grain hardball. And so I'm going to use this target, this lower target I'm going to shoot with the 5 factory rounds, and then this upper right hand target I'm going to shoot with the 10 Everglades Ammos. And just I want to compare accuracy. I should be able to shoot those as accurate as factory ammo. So kind of give you an idea of accuracy. Not a scientific test, but just kind of give you an idea. I've been very impressed with Everglades for years and never had any surprises. I've shot thousands of them, so I'm not expecting any surprises today. But I'm going to go get set up. I'm 7 yards back. I'm going to shoot these 2 targets and we'll see how we do. Well, no surprises this morning. My hands are about froze. I'm going to blame that. Yeah, the factory ammo's okay. I put all 5 on the target, but I was kind of wandering there a little bit. Little bit tighter group with the Everglades. A little off to the left. Of course, different bullet's going to impact a little different. But, and like I said, could have been me pulling this morning. I'm not a sharpshooter with a pistol, but I'm pretty happy with that. Actually held a little bit tighter group with the Everglades. I'm not a big fan of those aluminum case. I used to shoot a ton of them before Walmart quit selling them, but that's why I've got a few there. I'm just shooting them up for this stuff. So definitely Everglades, great bullets. I'm a big fan of them, and price is pretty good. They're not the cheapest bullets out there, but for their quality, they're really, I think, fairly priced. And for somebody just starting out reloading, you can't go wrong with Everglades because they're easy to reload, and there's a lot of options there, different ogive styles and stuff, and hollow points, and just about anything you want they've got. So Everglades, I'll give them 2 thumbs up this morning. I'm gonna get out here and get warm. We'll see y'all. God bless.